rectus sheath in different levels of the abdomen?
Yung rectus yung rectus sheath po ay long fibrous sheath that encloses the rectus abdominis and the pyramidalis. Tapos mainly formed po siya by the aponeurosis of the three lateral abdominal muscles. So meron tayong three levels kung tawagin. Yung above the costal margin, between the costal margin and the level of ascis, tsaka below the level of ascis and above the pubis. So sa una, above the costal margin, meron dalawa, anterior and posterior. Sa anterior, aponeurosis lang po siya ng external oblique. Sa posterior naman po, form siya by the thoracic wall.
So walang rectus. So walang rectus.
Wala. Sa pangalawa naman po, between the costal margin and level of ascis, dalawa rin, anterior and posterior. Pero yung anterior, hindi na siya external oblique lang, kasama na si internal oblique. Tapos yung posterior naman po, aponeurosis of transverse abdominis tsaka internal oblique din. Sa third level, below the level of ascis and above the pubis, meron dalawa rin, anterior and posterior. Sa anterior, aponeurosis ng external oblique, internal oblique, tsaka kasama na rin doon yung transversus abdominis po. Sa posterior po, absent and the rectus muscles lies in contact sa fascia transversalis po.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you po.
Steph, ano ba yung arcuate line? Dr. Yumol.
Hello po, Doc. Yung ano po ba, Doc? Area po na visible sa peritoneal surface of abdominal wall. Nasa ano po, around 1/3 ng distance between the umbilicus and the pubis po.
And then, what's the significance of the arcuate line?
Ano po, dito po yung ano, where the inferior epigastric vessel enter the rectus sheath po.
So pag dinisect nyo kasi yan, class, no? Makikita ninyo yung posterior wall ng rectus sheath, no? Kagaya nga ng sabi ni Neil. At when you follow that inferiorly, okay, makikita ninyo yung transition. Mawawala yung rectus sheath, yung posterior wall ng rectus sheath at the level of the anterior superior iliac spine. Okay, kasi lahat ng aponeurosis ng external oblique, internal oblique, tsaka transversus abdominis mapupunta sa harap. So you only have an anterior lamina of the rectus sheath at the inferior aspect of the abdomen. So kitang-kita mo yung transition, magkakaroon ka ng inferior boundary or inferior border ng posterior lamina. Okay? And behind that posterior lamina is the transversalis fascia. Okay? Doon mo makikita yung arcuate line. Now, that is correct because the inferior epigastric vessels enter the rectus sheath to anastomose with the superior epigastric vessel at the level of the arcuate line. So, can we differentiate mid-inguinal point and midpoint of the inguinal ligament? Mid-inguinal point and midpoint of the inguinal ligament in the inguinal line. Dr. De Los Santos.
Hello po, Doc. Yung mid-inguinal point po, yun First, draw an imaginary line between axis and pubic symphysis po. Then yung midpoint of inguinal ligament naman po, yung imaginary line na parallel to the inguinal ligament from axis to pubic tubercle po. So, yun po yung deep inguinal ring. Yun, middle of this line din po is midpoint. Sa mid-inguinal point naman po, dito yung gumuguhit na vertical line.
Okay. So ang pagkakaiba lang, no, yung reference line niya, di ba? Yung midpoint of the inguinal ligament, ang ginagamit nating reference line, yung line that coincides with the inguinal ligament. So from axis hanggang sa pubic tubercle, yung gitna nun, that's the midpoint. So dun din natin makikita yung start or lateral end ng inguinal canal at yung deep inguinal ring. Okay, yung mid-inguinal point naman, ang ginagamit nating reference line is from axis to pubic symphysis, and yung pinaka-gitna nun, that's the mid-inguinal point, and you draw a vertical line over that region in order to help you in dividing the abdominal region into the abdomen into 9 abdominal regions. So could you discuss the roof, the wall, and the floor of the inguinal canal, Dr. Oriondo?
Doc, yung sa ano po,
You
yung sa
still see
wall po, yung sa posterior wall po, nandun po, lateral to that po yung transversalis fascia po. And then dun naman po sa middle third po ng posterior wall, nandun din po yung transversalis fascia. While yung sa medial third naman po ng posterior wall, nandun po yung conjoint na tendon, also known as the inguinal falx. That yung reflected po dun yung inguinal ligament din po. So for the naman po, anterior wall, yung lateral po ng anterior wall is yung internal oblique plus po yung lateral crus of the aponeurosis of external oblique. Tapos yung sa middle third naman po, yung aponeurosis lang po ng external oblique naman. And then yung medial third naman po nung anterior wall is yung still dun po sa aponeurosis of external oblique pero with fascia of external oblique na rin. And then continuing it until po dun sa external spermatic fascia na. Walls, roof, and floor. Okay. Yung next po, yung sa roof naman po, dun po yung boundaries po ng yung nakalagay po sa roof is yung included po dun is yung transversalis fascia din, and then yung musculoaponeurotic arches of internal oblique and transverse abdominal. Also yung yung medial crus of aponeurosis of external oblique. And then lastly po, yung sa floor naman po, yung iliopubic tract and yung inguinal ligament, pati po yung lacunar ligament po.
So to make the story short, according to Snell, the anterior wall is comprised of the external oblique, aponeurosis, and reinforced laterally by the internal oblique. And then posterior wall is made by the transversalis fascia, okay, reinforced medially by the conjoint tendon. The superior wall or the roof is composed of the arching fibers of the internal oblique and the transversus abdominis muscle, and the floor is the inguinal ligament. Now, could you describe whether these organs are intraperitoneal, subperitoneal, retroperitoneal? What are the differences between these three terms? Dr. Valete. Michelle? Wala si Michelle. Enrique.
Hello po, Doc.
Sige, go ahead.
Okay. So yung ano po, intraperitoneal po, ano po siya, almost completely covered with visceral peritoneum po. Tapos yung extraperitoneal naman po, ano po, partially covered lang siya ng peritoneum. Tapos, sa extraperitoneal po, yun po yung retroperitoneal tsaka yung subperitoneal. Pareho po silang partially covered with peritoneum po. So si retroperitoneal po, ano po siya, between siya nung parietal peritoneum and posterior abdominal wall po. Tapos parietal peritoneum po, only on the anterior surface po. Tapos si subperitoneal po, sa ano po siya, yung parietal peritoneum niya po sa superior surface lang po siya.
So, ang urinary bladder,
Sa urinary bladder po, ano Doc, sub po, subperitoneal.
liver,
Liver po, intra po.
kidney.
Retro po.
Sige. So, makikita nyo rito, class, no? Again, kikita nyo yung pointer ko.
Yes po,
Yes,
Doc.
Doc.
Kita po.
Yes po, Doc.
So, pag inalis nyo yung inalis nyo yung skin, makikita nyo yung superficial fascia. Okay, first, the fatty layer, which is the campers. When you remove that, you have the membranous layer, which is the scarpas. And then, after which, you have, at the middle, you have the rectus sheath. Okay, pag inalis mo yung rectus sheath, okay, makikita mo na yung rectus abdominis muscle. Ngayon, dito, sa kabilang side, no, niretract yung rectus abdominis, inalis yung rectus abdominis. So you are seeing the posterior layer or lamina of the rectus sheath. Makikita ninyo, no? At approximately at this level also, you have the arcuate line, okay? Or the inferior border of the posterior rectus sheath. And rito nga, medyo mataas pa, no? Nasa level ng umbilicus. Okay? And then here, you can see again the scarpas fascia, campers, scarpas, and then you have the external oblique muscle. Kung makikita niyo yung external oblique muscle, no? Yung orientation niya is downward and medial. Yung external oblique as opposed to the internal oblique, which is upward and medial as well. Okay? And then, syempre, yung mga muscles na yun, may kanya-kanya ring deep fascia yan. Okay? Makikita nyo yan. Here, you can see the spermatic cord, okay, going out from the inguinal canal, and you see this opening here. This is the superficial inguinal ring. Okay, and then you have the inguinal ligament here. You see this inferior epigastric vessel going up, and then it enters the rectus sheath through the arcuate line, at the area of the arcuate line. So, just to reiterate, okay, pagka nag-access ka sa anterolateral aspect ng abdomen, nag-incise ka, the first that you're going to pass through is the skin, and then you cut through the superficial fascia, campers and scarpas, and then the deep membrane, the deep fascia of the muscles. And these muscles would include the external oblique, the internal oblique, and the transversus abdominis. And then meron pang fascia rito behind the transversus abdominis, that is the endo-abdominal fascia or the transversalis fascia or the fascia transversalis before you access the extraperitoneal tissue and then or the extraperitoneal fat, and then makikita nyo na yung parietal peritoneum. After that, ma-open nyo na yung parietal cavity. Okay? Yung greater sac specifically. Nakikita nyo na yung mga abdominal organs being covered by visceral peritoneum. So, na-discuss din natin yung iba't ibang mga incision, specifically yung McBurney's incision, okay, which is a muscle splitting procedure, approximately at the level or at the area of the McBurney's point, because at the McBurney's point, you can see where the base of the appendix is, okay? And then you have a median incision or midline incision, okay? So if your aim is to visualize majority of the abdominal organs, okay, and majority of the greater sac, then you can either use this median or midline incision or the paramedian incision. Okay, the difference lang, no? Dito sa area na to is less ang blood supply, so the possibility of poor wound healing is still there, but with good management, clinical management, antibiotic and wound care, less likely na ngayon yon. Then you have other types of incisions here. Okay. So now you are seeing the rectus abdominis muscle, right? Rectus abdominis, then you have the external oblique, the lateral aspect of this muscle. Ano tawag natin dito sa ano na to? Sa area or part with yellow pin? Karen?
Tendinous intersection.
Tendinous intersection. Okay? So, ito yung tendinous intersection. And then sa gitna naman, ito yung hinihiwa natin sa midline incision. Anong tawag dyan? Everybody?
Linea
And then the lateral edge of the rectus abdominis corresponds to the linea
Semilunaris po.
Okay, so iba pa yung semilunar line, no, sa arcuate line dito sa linya semilunaris. So identify natin again yung red pin, Karen. Wala si Karen?
Yes po, Doc.
Red pin? Oh, ulit-ulit natin yan. Pag inalis mo yan, rectus abdominis, oh.
Ay, Doc, ano po pala? Rectus sheath.
Rectus sheath. Okay. Sige. Prishan? Yellow pin?
Hello po.
Yes. Identify the muscle.
Yan po ba, Doc, yung external oblique na muscle po?
External oblique. Ayan, no? Pag pinagsama mo, yun yung sinasabi kong V-shape. Diba? External oblique. Yung green pin, no relay.
Hello po, Doc. Yung internal oblique po, Doc.
Internal oblique. And then yung blue pin, Cristel. Wala si Cristel. Daming wala. Brian?
Ano po, Doc? Trans versus abdominis po.
Versus abdominis. Okay. So, alam na natin itong mga regions na to. Okay. Paki-isa-isa nga yung mga regions na to. Paula? 9 regions of the abdomen.
Hello po, Doc.
Okay, go ahead.
Narinig po ba ako? Wait lang po, Doc. Yung 1 po ay yung epigastric region. Yung 2 po ay yung right hypochondriac. 3 is yung left hypochondriac. Yung 4 po is the right lumbar. 5 is the umbilical region. 6 is the left lumbar. 7 po is the right iliac. 8 is the hypogastric region, and then 9 po yung left iliac.
Okay. So could you identify these structures starting with the black pin, Denzel? Identify the muscle with the black pin.
Yung black pin po ay... Teka lang po. Kailan ko nahirapan po pagkadawa.
Tignan nyo rin fiber.
Tingin ko po, Doc, external oblique.
External oblique ito. Tignan yung orientation ng fiber.
Transversus abdominis po.
Transversus abdominis ba ito? O yung isa pa?
Internal oblique po.
Titignan nyo yung fiber. Kaya nga transversus abdominis, transverse yung ano niya, orientation, no? Yung external oblique, okay? Oblique siya pero downward medially. Etong internal oblique, upward. Kuha nyo? Kaya nga sabi ko sa inyo, pag pinag-compare yung left and right internal oblique, pag pinagsama, para siyang letter A. As compared dun sa external oblique, letter B. Kuha ba yun? Okay. Etong green. Miles.
Hello po, Doc. Yung sa baba po ba ng black?
Sa baba ng black.
Ano po, Doc? Inguinal ligament po.
Inguinal ligament. Identify the opening, Dennis. Blue pin.
Hello po, Doc.
Yes?
Yung blue po, no? Inguinal canal po, Doc.
Yung pinaka-opening. Triangular in shape.
Yung ano po, superficial...
Yes.
Ring po.
Ring. Okay? So, yung structure na nagpa-pass through, kung tingnan niyo yung yellow pin, let's see, Claire.
Nanlaw na po si Claire.
April.
Doc, yung spermatid cord po ba?
Spermatic cord. Ito yung test natin. Yung scrotum. By the way, yung campus fascia is continuous with what portion of the scrotum? Royce?
Dartus muscle po.
Dartus muscle. Okay. Yung scarpas naman, continuous siya sa anong fascia ng perineum?
Collis fascia po.
Yes. Okay. Colles. So para hindi mahirapan, no, yung scarpas, SC yun, di ba? SC. O pagtapos ng SC, Colles. SCARPA. Scarpas colles. Okay, and then identify this nerve. Identify this nerve. Shane. Ano itong nerve na to?
Ilioinguinal po, Doc.
Ilioinguinal nerve. Okay, very good. Okay. Oh, kaya nyo nang identify to. Princess, identify the structure pointed by the black pin.
Afternoon po, Doc. That's the liver po, Doc? Or diaphragm, sorry.
Diaphragm.
Diaphragm po.
Yung yellow, Jessalyn, Jessa.
Hello po, Doc. Yan na po ba yung
Ano?
liver po?
Yan yung liver. Okay? Yan yung liver. Makikita ninyo, no? Nasa right upper quadrant. Okay? Specifically, the right lobe of the liver can be found at the right hypochondriac region. Okay? And then, this is the stomach here with the greater curvature. And extending from the greater curvature is this structure. What do you call this structure? Mark? Ano tong structure na to? Wala. Kristen?
Hello po, Doc. Yung greater omentum po.
So, to differentiate it from the lesser omentum, ito yung lesser omentum connecting the liver to your lesser curvature. Okay? Kita nyo, meron ditong pinasok na probe. Okay? Ano ba to? Probe ba ito? Okay? Ayan, yung connection between the greater sac and the lesser sac. Yung greater sac, itong area na to, yung space na nasa harap ng stomach. Okay? May space yan. Ang tawag yan, greater sac. Yung likod ng lesser omentum, ayan yung lesser sac. And then there's a area where the greater omentum is connected to the lesser, where the greater sac is connected to the lesser sac. And what do you call that? What do you call that foramen? And Christine?
Foramen of Winslow po.
Okay, yan yung epiploic foramen of Winslow. So lesser omentum, greater omentum, yung space dyan, greater sac, sa likod niyan, lesser sac. Okay? Ito, mapag-aaralan nyo yung parts ng liver, and then gallbladder ito. Okay? Sa next topic natin. And then the ligaments of the liver, like the falciform ligament and the ligamentum teres hepatis. Okay. Oh, tapos na pala. Okay, do you have any question? Harap nga magbakasyon, ano? Sa Venice ito eh. Piazza San Marco, umuulan, lamig. Oh, yan ang aking asawa. Okay, may question pa kayo? Okay, kung wala na, pahinga na tayo. Thank you. Facebook.
Thank you po, Doc.
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 Thank you po, Doc.